Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I want to show you how to solve the inverse function using algebra method. So for this example, I give you the equation y equals to 2x plus 3, and I want to look for the equation for the inverse function. So what are the techniques of doing this type of question? So as always, I want to swap the position of x and y from the original function. So assume that this is my original function, and the first thing I need to do is to swap the x and y. So let's do this first. X equals to 2y plus 3 after I switch the position of x and y. So the second step I'm going to do is to solve for the y. So which means that I need to isolate the y and isolate all the numbers in the other side. In this case, I have x equals 2y plus 3, and I want to first move the plus 3 to the other side. So which gives us 2y equals x minus 3. So next, I want to move the 2 to the other side as well. So we have y equals x minus 3 divided by 2. So this is your final answers. Also, you can break up this fraction into two components. So you have y equals 1 over 2x minus 3 over 2. So this form is a linear equation as well. So we can conclude that the linear function inverse is also the linear function. So for the next question, I have y equals x squared plus 1, and I want to find the inverse for this equation. So based on your intuition, you may notice that this is a quadratic function. So if we learn from previous video quadratic function, the inverse is not a function. So how come we could have an expression to write the inverse? So let's investigate how the inverse look like in this situation. So the first thing I want to do is always move the position, so switch the position of x and y. So in this example, we have x equals y squared plus 1, and I want to isolate y and all the constant to the other side. So we have y squared equals x minus 1. So if I want to solve the y here, I want to apply the square root for both sides. So we have square root y squared equals to square root x minus 1. So a lot of students will make a lot of mistake here. So when they apply the square root, they forget to put the plus or minus here. So this is important. So if you don't want to miss one solution, you need to always include the minus here. So if you want to look for y, you need to put the minus here. So please refer to my previous pre-calculus video. Your final answer, y should be equal to plus or minus square root x minus 1. So normally the function will not include plus or minus. So if you see the plus or minus for the function, so which suggests that this one is not a function. So if you see the plus or minus for the function, it suggests that this one is not a function. So which tells me that the quadratic function inverse is not a function.